What's up YouTube, this is Nicholas's Figure Reviews and this is the video review for SHFiguarts Shinjuku Seihou Kamen Rider Kuuga Mighty Form. So in other words, Kuuga renewal. So this is the 2.0 renewal line that Bandai has released so far. So this is the third figure in the line. And for the box, it's pretty much the same like the other renewal figures like Kabuto or if you count in Hibiki. But over here, for this figure, you get few improvements, some tweaks, and more detailed sculpting, comparing it to the first Kuuga Mighty Form SHF that we got like years ago, which I don't have, but I did touch one before, so I know how it feels like. But onto the box itself, you can see there's a very nice picture of the figure over here with the nice grainy kind of filter to it with the white background. You got the TV-NIHON's logo, Bandai logo, Bandai 2015 made in China. And on the other side, on the sides you have the same font as the other renewal riders, with the chrome and all that. And on the back you see the figure in various poses. And opening the box apart, unfortunately this guy doesn't come with a concept book like the other previous two, so I'm kind of disappointed because I want to know how they actually created the figure other than just the sculpting, but the joints and how they all work and all that. So kind of disappointed, but of course it comes with instructions, which is pretty all the basic stuff. So you get two trays as per normal. You get the figure inside and you get a bunch of hands, which I'll open and leave one side because I may need it for later. I'm kind of 3 months late for this review, but I don't really care because it looks too good, so I just had to. Alright, so here's Kuuga. Just gonna adjust the camera. Oops. Alright, so here's Kamen Rider Kuuga Mighty Form. I'm not much of a fan of Kuuga. I mean, I like Kuuga, but I don't know much about him. I haven't watched the series yet because I'm not that into the old style of Kamen Rider, because you know, I heard Kuuga is really brutal in terms of like all the gore and stuff, and I heard that people actually die. So I'm not into that kind of stuff. I prefer a really safe storyline, like, you know, Drive and all that. So, but first look of the figure, you can see lots of improvements compared to the 1.0. So the 1.0, when I touched it last time, it feels really different. His head sculpt is really inaccurate, especially in the mouth area, and his crest is a bit too big. And the whole body is really skinny and frail. But it does posing well, does posing decently, but it feels like the joints can break anytime, and the red is a kind of like a different shade from the suit, so it doesn't feel right. But in the past, that's what we get, so we can't complain. But for the renewal one, you can see lots of improvements. You have more accurate color, really nice sculpting on the suit itself, an accurate head sculpt with the nice compound eyes and the overall nice black matte finish around the undersuit. You have a separate belt piece that's really detailed. You can even see the fan in there and all the buttons, whatever you call them, the symbols across the belt. Really nice. And of course his body is buffed up like the actual suit actor itself, so more accurate. Yeah, really love it. And somehow the compound eyes really blend in well with the light, so really nice. So I guess that's pretty much it for the detail. Lots of improvements, really nice color, especially in the chest area, because damn, this metallic red color is really terrific. And of course the gold detailing on the collar as well, all the gauntlets and the ankle armor. The knee armor is also done quite well. You have the red in the middle and all that. You have the jewel in the middle of his forehead. So Other than that, you have articulation, so ball joint on the head and the neck, so you got lots of movement. Other than the old SHF joints where they use a ball joint and a wrist swivel. You have a ball jointed shoulder that can go like this inside. You have outward movement, of course the 2.0 shoulder pads that have a ball joint and a hinge, so you can do all kinds of various outward movement. Bicep swivel that goes 360 obviously. Double jointed elbows. You have a ball jointed Figuarts wrist for him, which is kind of new for a 2.0 SHF to have, because if you look at Hibiki and Kabuto, they have some kind of peg system. You have ab crunch that go all the way front like this, so really impressive. And as you can see, this part of the armor is actually a separate piece, so if you want more articulation like side to side, you have it. You have rotation over here. The armor also goes together with the flow, so it kind of hides the joint in there like this. And if you want to bend back, it also hides it as well, except the China label there, but I don't really mind that. Unless you want to shift it down a bit, you have that. So really nice. You have a lower torso rotation, a ball joint actually. Separate belt piece like what I said, that's made. The straps are made of PVC material. Universal joints that go all the way front, back a bit, but it's a really decent angle. You have outward movement, which is kind of limited because of how the thighs are sculpted, but I really don't mind that, because why would you want to make a complete split, tell me? But I like how the joints are actually accordion together with the feet, so it gives off the whole stretch movement thing. You have thigh swivel. That's not full range, but that's what it needs to do. You don't really need full range. Double jointed knees. You have a ankle and toe pivot like this, and rotation. So lots of articulation. I don't really mind the outward movement because it's not that necessary, and you get Kuuga to do poses that you need him to do. Alright, so for hands, he comes with a pair of his transformation hands for him to poke people in the eyes with as well. So really nicely painted with the nice candy red. You have open splayed hands. Splay open hands. Yeah. Which is the same paint, just a different pose, which is pretty obvious. You have kind of slightly close splayed open hands. I guess you can grab things with it if you're lucky. And also you want to grab people with it. And lastly, he only comes with one hand with his signature thumbs up pose. So this is really cool. Yeah. So switching hands is pretty much the same as every Figuart. Just gonna switch. Just gonna use the thumbs up because I love it. And give Kuuga his pose. You have that. So, protecting the little children and all that good stuff. So, I guess that's pretty much it of the review. On my overall thoughts, after touching the 1.0 Kuuga Figuart that my friend Ethan has, I realized that there's a lot of improvements and lots of new sculpting detail put into this figure, and I really love how it turned out. Really love the whole red on his chest area, pretty much all of the armor on his body, because you know red's my favorite color and I really dig it. Lots of nice articulation. His body is sculpted really perfectly, more buffier and more accurate to the actual suit in the show. And also the 2.0 shoulder joints, because you know people are actually having fun with them and all that. My only complaints are the absence of a concept book, because you know it's really weird how the third 2.0 Figuart, which is kind of like a renewal one, doesn't have a concept book, because some people really want to know how this figure was made and all that, like what they did with Kabuto with all the new body sculpting and how all the design well up together. And it's actually really interesting because those art inside the books are really interesting, and I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get a book. Yeah, I thought that this guy came with a book when I bought him, because I kind of opened the box in a rush to just check the pieces, and I thought I dropped it somewhere, and I was panicking because like, hey, why doesn't he come with a concept book and all that? But I watched a review from CS Toys, and then that happened, and I was like, oh, he doesn't come with a concept book. Yeah, really funny story. But other than that, I give this figure a 9/10. So that captures the image of Kuuga really well compared to the 1.0 figure art. Has all the improvements that you need. Has really little accessories, but I don't really mind because Kuuga doesn't need accessories unless you give him a machine gun or something. Overall, just pure awesomeness. Really love the matte black finish, all the paint detail and all the sculpt on this figure, and the removable belt and all that. So I guess that's pretty much it of the review. If you do enjoy this review, do leave a like, comment, and subscribe below. Subscribing to my channel will really help my channel a lot, so I really appreciate it if you do subscribe. Alright, so this is SHFiguarts Reviews signing out, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Peace.